Well, that means you can start whenever you want.
That's right. Are you ready? Yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Town of Lexington Board of Zoning Appeals meeting. This meeting is being broadcast live on the Town of Lexington YouTube channel. This board is comprised of town citizens, and we are appointed by town council, and we serve without pay. We are a legal board operating under the Comprehensive Planning Act of the state of South Carolina, and although this meeting may not be seen as formal as a hearing in court, all statements must still be true, factual, and not made in a manner to mislead us. Please understand that we must make our decisions within the parameters of state law. State law requires us to grant a variance if and only if we find that each of the following four statements is true. There are extraordinary exceptional conditions pertaining to the particular piece of property in question because of its size, shape, or topography. These conditions do not generally apply to other property in the vicinity. Because of these conditions, the application of the ordinance to a particular piece of property would effectively prohibit or unreasonably restrict the utilization of the property. The authorization of a variance will not be of substantial detriment to adjacent property or to the public good, and the character of the district will not be harmed by granting of the variance. Moreover, state law prohibits us from granting a variance simply because the property could be used more profitably if the variance were granted. We're not concerned with the use of the property. The use of the property is determined by others. We ask that you please confine your remarks to the issue at hand. Should we make a decision that you believe is incorrect, you may appeal our decision to the circuit court within certain time limits provided by state law. In case such an appeal is made, it is important that the circuit court know who testified at this meeting. Please sign the sign-in sheet and identify yourself before speaking. Thank you. We'll call to order. And action item variance 2024-5, we'll hear from staff.
Thank you. Mr. Oliver Ballington Jr. with Ballington Builders has requested a variance from the rear yard setback at Bar Price Funeral Home located at 609 Northwood Road. The property is zoned limited commercial, which requires a 30-foot setback adjacent to residential properties. The applicant is requesting to reduce this setback to 19.4 feet, which is the distance the existing parking lot is from the property line. The purpose of the request is to build a canopy over the parking lot. Mr. Ballington is here. Answer any questions if you have any questions for me.
All right, thank you. We'll hear from the applicant.
Good afternoon.
Please state your name.
Oh, Oliver Ballington. I'm sorry. I'm a building contractor for Mr. Price. What we're trying to do is put a canopy over a portion of the parking lot, which will allow them, when they bring a body in or out and it's raining, not to get soaked. That's the whole deal. And like I say, with the parking lot already there, it's not like we're trying to take in more area. You know, we're not adding the stormwater or anything like that. So, but that's all it is. It's just a canopy, a nice looking canopy with a standing seam roof on it, fiberglass columns, all steel structure, you know, so, but that's what the purpose of it is.
So the canopy is made out of what?
It's an all steel framed, standing seam metal roof. In other words, everything on it basically matches the building that's there now.
All right. Any questions from the applicant?
The 40 feet out, is it necessary to be the whole 40 feet out?
We're trying to keep columns being out of the parking lot, so nobody, that's the whole reason for it being that deep.
Okay.
And the color of the canopy would be consistent with?
Yes, ma'am. It would match the building that's there now. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anybody want to speak not in favor? No. All right, so we'll have our discussion. Do we have anybody that wants to discuss this or make a motion?
Got any concerns or anything?
I think it's pretty cut and dried. Yeah. Okay, do you want to put any parameters on?
Yeah, I would want to restrict it.
All right, I'll entertain a motion.
All right. I would like to make a motion to approve variance 2024-5 with the restriction that the variance is only granted to build the proposed carport/canopy based on the following findings. There are extraordinary and exceptional conditions pertaining to this particular piece of property in question because of its size, shape, or topography, these circumstances are described as follows. The property's depth unreasonably restricts this addition based on current setback requirements and the business's need for parking. These conditions do not generally apply to other property in the vicinity because they are not looking to build a similar structure, and most properties are residential. Because of these conditions, the application of the ordinance to this particular piece of property would effectively prohibit or unreasonably restrict the utilization of the property in the following ways. They would not be able to build this awning that keeps bodies out of the weather. The authorization of a variance will not be of substantial detriment to the adjacent property or to the public good, and the character of the district will not be harmed by the granting of the variance. Because the awning is on the back of the building, it will match the rest of the property or the rest of the building, and the restriction placed on the variance that is it's only to be allowed for the building of this proposed carport.
We have a motion, have a second.
Second.
We have a roll call vote, please.
Yes to the motion.
Yes to the motion.
Yes to the motion.
Yes to the motion.
The motion is approved. Okay, so we have approval of minutes of May 2nd. Has everybody received their minutes?
Make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved as submitted. Okay, any more information?
Yes, we have training coming up at the end of June, and I think that, Council, or Mayor Pro Tem Ron would like to say something.
Get in.
So, I hadn't been elected to council long before town clerk looked at me and said, "Have you been to see Miss Mary run a meeting?" And I said, "No, I haven't." She said, "You need to go." So she reminded me what the next meeting was, and down I came, and she was right. Miss Mary, you've done a great job for the town for many years. The mayor couldn't be here tonight, so she asked me to come read this proclamation for you, and we've got some gifts for you, and we want to take some photos with you when we get through. So,
Okay.
if y'all bear with me a minute, this will probably take longer than your meeting did. Proclamation of the mayor and council for the town of Lexington recognizing Mary Watts for 42 years of service to the community. Whereas citizen participation on town boards and commission is vital to the town council's efforts of improving the town and making Lexington a better place to live and work for all citizens. And whereas Mary Watts attended the first planning commission for the town of Lexington in 1982. That's before I got out of high school, by the way. Served on the town beautification committee with Virginia Hilton and was chair of the planning commission in 1985. Was later appointed to the Board of Zoning Appeals in 1994, where she served as vice chair in 1996 and named chairwoman in 2006. And whereas Mary Watts has served admirably on the Town Board of Zoning Appeals for the last 30 years and has served as the chairwoman of the board since March 2006. And whereas during her term, Mary has assisted in reviewing and approving many successful projects within the town of Lexington. Whereas, due in part to the efforts of Mary Watts, the town of Lexington continues to remain a great place to live, work, and conduct business. And whereas, Mary Watts is resigning from her position as Board of Zoning Appeals Chairwoman and leaving her seat after 30 years of serving a total of 42 years with the town. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Mayor and Council for the town of Lexington that Mary Watts is hereby recognized, congratulated, and commended outstanding service to the town of Lexington. The town council expresses its thanks for her dedication and commitment to the betterment of the town of Lexington for all citizens. Signed 3rd day of June, Hazel Livingston, Mayor.
Thank you so much. Come on up.
You want us to
Come
come
on, Miss Mary, you're boss.
come around?
I want all my quick, too.
Come on, now you come down too. All right.
I want my I
I'm not dressed for a picture.
well,
He's good at Photoshop, trust me.
Michael, just extend those shorts when you get the picture.
Forward. Thank you.
Oh, good, I like it.
Now,
Oh, really?
staff put together some goodies for you for down staff. And then on behalf of staff and council, we have a little gift card here for you for your favorite spot to shop.
Oh, how nice.
You know, I'll come back and smile. Make sure you're behaving, or Troy is. He's one has to watch. Okay, so, any other information for the good of the town?
I just want to say, for 13 years, it has been a pleasure, Mary. I've enjoyed every meeting we've ever had.
Well, thank you, and you know, it's so good to work with a great staff. You make it easy. Thank you. We have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you so much.